Hi students, I hope all are fine. So we are learning about this particular story, The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield. Again, the last class that we saw that this little girl is very much frightened about her father. The mere thought of about her father, okay, the mere thought of her father is like a thinking of a giant to this young girl or this little girl, and she is very much frightened. And we know what happens towards the end of the last class. We found out that her grandmother tries to tell this young girl that she needs to give a birthday gift to her father. So now what happens, she is ready to prepare and give a small gift, a birthday gift, that is a pin cushion. She has to prepare a pin cushion as a birthday gift to her father. So we shall see how she prepares this gift and what changes will happen to her once she prepares this gift, or whether she will be able to get the attention of her father or remove the fear which she has in her on her father, or again her fear will grow more after she finishes this gift. Okay, after she completes making this gift. So we shall see what will happen to this little girl. Okay, so we shall continue with the chapter. Laboriously, with a double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides, but what to fill it with? That was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden, and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scraps. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. All right, so she has to make a lovely pin cushion for her father, isn't it? So what happened, without much doubt or without much difficulty, she stitched that with that yellow cloth. She has an yellow cloth, right? In the last class we saw that she has to prepare the gift in a yellow cloth. So what happened, she stitched the three sides of the yellow cloth and he made a kind of case. So from the fourth side she did not stitch because she has to fill this thing, fill this cushion in order to make it softer. So what happened, she had to fill it. So she was thinking, what can I use in order to fill it? So she went to her grandmother. So when she goes to her grandmother, what happens, the grandmother was out in the garden, so she could not ask her anything. Then she went to the bedroom of her mother or of her parents, and she finds that there are so many, or there are some papers, okay, some fine papers. So what did she do, she took those papers, tore them into pieces, and stuffed the case with these pieces of paper and stitched the fourth side. Then that night there was a hue and cry in the house. Father's great speech for the port authority had been lost. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally, mother came into Kezia's room. Kezia, I suppose you didn't see some papers on the table in our room. Oh, yes, she said. I tore them up for my surprise. What? Screamed the mother. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. So what happened? Kezia tore the paper and filled it in the cushion and stitched it. And that night there was a loud cry. Okay, there was a confusion in the house because her father had prepared a speech for the port authority, and that speech has been lost. Okay, they searched everywhere and they could not find. They questioned the servants, they searched everywhere and they could not find. And what happened towards the end? What happened? A mother came to Kezia, okay, came to the little girl and asked her whether she took it. So Kezia, without any difficulty, without in her innocence, she said, "Yes, mother, I I took it for my surprise." Then mother was very furious. She was angry. She screamed and she said, "Okay, come down to the dining room this instant." All right. Then what happened? And she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. "Well," he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. "Did you do that?" No," she whispered. "Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damned thing. See that the child's put to bed this instant." All right. So this little girl was asked to come to the dining room where her father was. So when she reaches the place, she finds that her father was walking up and down. And the father said, "Okay, did you do that?" Father asked her. Then she said, "No." Suddenly, the father was very furious. He said, "Okay, mother, you go take that thing and come and put her to bed now itself." Then, crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room, watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. "I am going to beat you for this," he said. "Oh, no, no," she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. "Sit up," he ordered, "and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you." "But it was for your birthday." Down came the ruler on the little pink palms. So what happened? She was crying. She was trying to explain why she took those papers, but the father was very angry. And father came with a ruler and he said, "Okay, I am going to beat you." And she found that the evening light was making a kind of a very sad pattern. Very sad pattern. So she was thinking, looking at all that, and suddenly the father comes in with a ruler and the father says, "Okay, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you for what you did. Okay, I have to teach you. I am your parent and I have to teach you once and for all not to take anything that does not belong to you." That's the father said. But he said, "Okay, I did it for your birthday." But as soon as she said that, she did not even finish saying this. Immediately, the ruler came on the hand of this little girl. Okay, on the palm of this little girl. Means to say that the father beat her with the ruler. 8 hours later, sorry, hours later, 8 is the paragraph, sorry. This is the 8th paragraph, that is it. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. "What did God make fathers for?" she sobbed. "Here's a clean hanky, darling. Blow your nose. Go to sleep, pet. You'll forget all about it in the morning." I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. But the child never forgot. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. So, what happened now? The father beat her and she was crying. She was crying like anything, and the grandmother came to console her. What did the grandmother do? Grandmother took her, she wrapped her in a shawl, she covered her with a shawl, and she made her sit in the rocking chair and she was swinging it. Okay. Then immediately this little girl asked, why did God make fathers for? Why did he make fathers? Okay, the little girl had a doubt. Then she saw, she cried. Then the grandmother, she said she wanted to console her. She said, okay, you take this handkerchief and blow your nose. Now you go to sleep. When you get up in the morning, it will be okay. You will forget it. And the grandmother said, I tried to convince your father, but he is very upset. That's why he did not listen, because he was very upset. But even when the morning came, the child did not forget what had happened. Okay, the grandmother told her that she would forget when she gets up, but the child did not forget. But next time when he saw her father, what would she do? She would put both hands behind her, and suddenly a red color would come into her cheeks. Means to say that she was in a kind of anger mood towards her father. All right, so in this class what we saw was this, that is the little girl tried to give a birthday gift to her father, but she took something which did not belong to her, which was very important to her father. And what happened? She tore them to pieces and filled the cushion with that. But when the father knew that, he was very angry, and what did he do? He beat the little girl with a stick, with a ruler, and this little girl was very upset. The grandmother tried to console her, even even after that, the little girl was very, means to say, she was very upset and she was angry towards her father. All right, that's all about today's class. We have certain vocabularies to be finished. That is, laboriously means with a lot of effort or difficulty. Wandered into means went into or by chance. Then scraps, small pieces of cloth or paper, etc. There are that are not needed. Hue and cry means angry, protest. Okay, we have a worksheet to do. There are 4 questions in it, and what you need to do is just read through the questions, and you will be able to find the answer. Okay, the first one is this: why was Kezia afraid of her father? Okay, why was she afraid of her father? Who were the people in Kezia's family? Okay, who were the people in Kezia's family? Then third question: what was Kezia's father's routine? Okay, you know what is his, before going to his office, what was the routine, after coming back from his office, and on Sundays, what all things he did. Then in what ways did Kezia's grandmother encourage her to get to know her father better? Okay, these are the 4 questions in the worksheet. Find out the answers and write in the worksheet book. I hope today's class is clear for you. Thanks to everyone, and bye.